Hello you funky bunch. This is a card trick, really simple, there's no moves in it. It's a triumph effect, freely chosen card, turns upside down in the pack. All you need is a double backer. I'm using Infinity Cards by Illusionist. The deck does come with a double back card and it's a good deck to use because the pips, court cards, the jokers, they're a nice design card, they're a good card, they're nice to look at and they're not too strange, people aren't going to get suspicious. If you haven't got a deck with a double backer, say using bicycles or something else, or you've lost a double backer, there are a couple of ways to get around that for this trick. One of them does include a little bit of a move, one of them includes a little bit of a gimmick to be made, but I'll go through that at the end of the video. But for now, let's look at the simple way of doing it, providing you have got a double backer. You need the double backer and it needs to be on the bottom of the deck. Obviously you can't show the cards to all be different, but people, you can do this. These are all different cards, you've got a free choice of card. And you can shuffle, you can do an overhand shuffle, just remember to put the double backer back on the bottom. If you want to do a riffle shuffle, you can, just don't flash the bottom card. There we go, you can false cut and just make sure that the card is on the bottom. It's a good idea to have a little bit of a fidget while you've got the cards in your hand, not only for this trick but just in general if you're going to start doing pink accounts or generally looking for ways to manipulate the cards. Just get people used to seeing you squaring the cards up, riffling down the cards, fanning the cards, just making noise. That's the setup. Double backers on the bottom and it's a freely chosen card. Now, as they choose their card and they're looking at their card, all you need to do is turn the deck over. That's it. That's the move. The moveless move. It's not a move. You've turned a deck of cards over. Nobody's seen it. As they pick this up and have a look at it, it's taking you a fraction of a second to turn the deck over. Now, they can sign the card, they can show the card to their friends, they can draw a face on the card. You can even see the card. This is not, I'm going to find your card. It's not mind reading, lie detector trick, anything like that. It's simply a very easy, quick triumph effect. Now when they've chosen the card, they've seen the card, they remember the card, they can put the card back anywhere they like in the deck, and because you're not doing any moves, DPS or anything like that, they can push the card all the way in without you even helping or taking over, as we tend to do. Now at this point, I like to ask them about their imagination, how good is it, because we need to get the deck turned back, so we need to misdirect their gaze up away from the deck because we've got to turn it back over. So the double backer is the right way up and it's not seen. So I like to ask them what's the imagination, like how's your imagination? It's alright, is it? And then the deck's flipped, again the deck's back over. And now at this point it's done. And clean-ish, no one's ever going to see that, and the trick's done. So if you ask them how their imagination is, have got good imagination, yeah, let's try something. Now this is especially good if you've been doing a couple of tricks where you've done the pass, you've done a DPS, you've done one or two bits and bobs, and they started to think that yeah, you're doing some kind of manipulation. From this point, you're not going to do anything. Your imagination's alright, yeah. Is it good? Your imagination's good, yeah. Okay, let's see if we can take the card out and get them to get their hands and mimic taking the card out. Okay, now turn it over. So they turn the card over, push it back in. Right, did you turn the card over? Yeah. Did you? How's your imagination? Was it strong enough? Did the magic work? Anything like that, just to make them think they're doing a spell or something crazy. But then that's it. Well, let's have a look. So all you need to do is spread through the cards, and there's their card. Turned over, the only card, turned over in the deck, no moves, no nothing. And you can go all the way to the end because the cards are face down. Your double backer, you can show your double backer. There are ways of doing it where it's almost pass-like, and that's one of the techniques that you're going to need to use if you've not got a double backer, just to turn the bottom card over. If you don't have a deck with a double backer, or you've lost it, what you can do is you can take two cards out of a deck that are spares, or you've got a deck full of duplicates. You can stick the cards together face to face and use that as a double backer, and then this can sit in your standard deck and it can be switched in and out, so you're not changing cards, people becoming suspicious. But it's a good trick to do, especially if you've done a couple of tricks before and you've done a pass or a DPS or one or two moves and people are starting to think, what is he doing? What is she doing? Whatever. This is really, really clean. It's really, really quick. And as soon as you've started, the trick's almost done. Now, the other way of doing this, if you've not got a double backed card or a deck with a double backer, or you've not made one, what you can do is you can turn over the bottom card of the deck. This can either be a joker that can be left in the pack until you want to do this, or you want to emulate a double backer, or you can just use a card. You can turn the card over when people are talking between tricks, or set it up and have this be your first trick to get into, to get used to your audience, if you like, without going straight in and doing some crazy moves first off and having cards fly everywhere. But once that card's turned over, again, it's the same thing. Choose a card, freely selected card choice. It's the King of Diamonds. Again, as they're looking at it, the simple thing you need to do is turn the deck over. Get them to put their card back into the middle of the deck. Now, at this point, we need to get this card back the right way up, because as we get them to reinsert their card imaginatively, the deck's turned over. There's every chance that we could see that, especially if you're going to give the deck to your spectator, or if you want to spread them across the table. So when you've got the cards upside down with your reversed card on top, they've put their card back in. That's when you need to be a little bit more savvy with the misdirection and do a little bit more with them. But generally, it's not needed. All you can do is like a half pass. Two birds with one stone. What you're going to do is have the deck turned over, but also orient this card the right way so all the cards are in line apart from their selection. So if you just get a break under the bottom, under the top card as you're speaking to them, then simply, it doesn't have to be fast, it doesn't have to be an invisible pass. You can carry on turning the cards over almost like a Herman pass, but that's all it is. Simply turning the deck over under the cover of this top card. That's it, and it's done, it's clean. And again, from here, there's no additional moves, you are already clean. You can either give the deck to a spectator or another spectator. You own the deck, why don't you turn the card out, take the card out, turn it over, slide it back in and see if it's worked. And then all the cards can be examined by as many spectators as they feel they need to, and whichever one finds their card turned upside down can win a bottle of champagne or something. But that's it. Do me a favour and hit that subscribe button if this is the first time onto the channel. Leave me a like on the video if you like the video. If you don't like the video, do me a favour and leave me the like anyway. Let me know what you liked about the video. Let me know if you're going to practice this trick, if you're going to perform this trick. Let me know what kind of reactions you get from this trick. If you've got any improvements or different ways of doing the trick, let me know. Have a look for me on Instagram, it's epic_espresso, the same on Facebook. Thanks for watching. All you need, all you need is a double backer.